Hey, ladies. Let me get this thing going. Hey, ladies. I'll wait until some ladies get on. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Yes, it has been a long week, you guys. I also work in corporate America. I do this, and now I'm going to be starting to work out. So my life is pretty busy, but I just wanted to take the time right now to welcome all the new pretty ladies to the group. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. I wanted to start by introducing myself. My name is Kiera Kreider. I started this group a few years ago, but I really didn't utilize it that much. And when the pandemic happened last year, I went through a very bad depression. They closed down the churches. They stopped the kids from going to school. They closed down the gyms, they closed down entertainment, they closed down travel. And if everybody knows me, everybody knows I love to travel. So for me, last year was really tough. And I began to stress eat. I began to emotional eat. And that was how I was coping through it. So I had gained about 25 pounds. Yeah, I gained about 25 pounds last year, just from the stressors of everything that went on. So I started this group because I started working out maybe an hour each day. I would walk. And so I started this group because I knew there were other women who was probably going through some of the same emotional things that I was going through at that time. And so it just kept growing and it developed to what it is today. So I want to thank you ladies for joining the group. I want to say hi to all the new ladies. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Kim. Hey, Tiffany. Today is a really, really, really exciting live. Katie, which is one of the members of our group who is a therapist, she was just on last Sunday and she was talking about self-care. She actually introduced me to Coach Shireen. And so Coach Shireen is going to be on here today and she's going to be telling us her testimony on how she lost 100 pounds. Okay. I'm looking to lose 25 pounds. And, I'm super grateful because in this season of my life, we were just talking about this on our prayer call. I'm so busy. My life is so not balanced. I need to start taking time for myself and taking time for my health, right? Because our health is our wealth and our health is all we have. And we may not be in control of our day and what goes on at work and everything else, but we can be in control of our health. So that's why I'm grateful that we have Coach Shireen who is going to help us get fit, right? Get fit, because I know I'm trying to lose 25 pounds. I'm trying to take my life back. Depression gotta go, anxiety gotta go, oppression gotta go. Everything has to go. So I'm super grateful for her and her going to be on this live today. So enough about me. How is everybody doing? Right. So we're going to get Coach Shireen on right now. Hey, Kim.
Hi. Hello. Good morning, ladies, pretty ladies. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. How you doing? Hey, Felicia.
I'm loving the hair. You look so pretty.
Thank you. I tried to switch it up.
Yes. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to sweat that hair out, just so you know.
I already got some hats. I got some hats ready. So I first want to say thank you Thank you so much for coming on and being a part of this movement, this woman empowerment movement. And like I was just telling the ladies, you came at the right time in my life. So I know you coming at the right time in their lives as well. So thank you for just showing up today. And can you just tell us a little bit more about yourself, who you are?
So, good morning again, guys. So, disclaimer, guys, when I talk, it comes straight from the heart. So, sometimes it might be a little bit all over the place, but you'll get used to it. That's who I am. So, my name, I'm Shireen Primus, and I am the owner, founder of The Zone Fitness. I started The Zone Fitness because, as was mentioned, I've lost 100+ pounds. I'm not sure exactly how much because I don't really weigh myself often, but I wanted to pay that forward to other women like myself that may have struggled with weight or just find themselves because of the pandemic a little bit heavier. And we want to get that weight off because holding on to extra weight, either in the physical form or mentally, is just, we're not doing that in 2021. We getting rid of the extra weight, we're getting rid of the stress, we're getting rid of anxiety. And I'm just so happy that having this company, I'll be able to help you with that. Because of the pandemic, my company became virtual. And I now offer virtual fitness classes and a beautiful 6-week fit camp that has turned into this great source of motivation for the women that are part of the fit camp and myself, because we all feed off of each other. They inspire me every day, as well as they tell me that I inspire them. So that's a little bit about me and what I do. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so how did you get started with your fit business? Like, how did this all come about? Because I was watching the videos like, yes, girl.
So it started with me. It started with those lonely days at the gym, going day after day, taking my time to lose 100 pounds. This is not my first rodeo, guys. I've been a heavy girl my whole life. And this last time, it felt different. I knew that I'm not getting any younger. I don't want to keep yo-yoing and going up and down in my weight. So I knew this time I was going to keep the weight off. And I did. And as I was getting smaller and learning about fitness, learning about how to incorporate working out and having a full-time job and having responsibilities, a light bulb went off. And the light bulb said, hey, I'm sure that there are other women, especially women, that want to do the same thing. So the Zone Fitness was born. The Zone Fitness, the reason why I call it the Zone Fitness is because if you want to lose weight and you want to get in shape, you got to get in the zone. Get it? The Zone Fitness. Ew. Speaking of sweatshirt, the Zone Fitness. How you doing?
How you doing?
So the classes, guys, the classes were born because I want to make fitness fun. Because so many people tell me, I don't want to work out. It's boring. I don't want to sweat. I don't know what to do. I take care of all of that. I take care of all of that for you. All you have to do is log on to the Zoom class. I take care of working you out from head to toe, and all in a 50 to 60 minute time frame. I do the classes Monday through Friday, and it's a great passion of mine. The classes are fun. I like to use a lot of great music, and I put in my little spin on it with my crazy humor and my motivation. I'll push you through that workout, and I'll call you out in class sometimes in a fun and loving way. It's a no judgment zone. And guys, like, it's something that I have some of the women that actually do the classes in the chat, and they'll be joining in to tell you a little bit more about what those classes are like. But I'm telling you guys, it's an awesome experience, and I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to do these classes. I don't take it for granted at all that I have women that trust me with their body, that trust me day after day to work them out for whatever their goal is. And I look forward to meeting some of you in those classes.
Yes. And so a part of the classes, so is there certain workouts that you do, like you do upper body, you do like how do you structure your classes throughout the week? Because I know it's Monday through Friday at
Mm-hmm.
7 p.m., right? So that's
Yes,
perfect timing because that's when all of us are off of work. By 5:30, y'all know we clocking out.
that's
Y'all
right. So there's no
clocking
excuse.
out. And
You
so we can
clock
head
out of
straight
work,
downstairs.
the gym, you put your workout clothes on, set you up your little spot to work out, and log on to Zoom at 7 o'clock. So I'll break it down for you guys. So every day there's a different theme. Monday, every day we do some form of cardio because we need to also work out the heart. We need to get ourselves an optimum fitness level, right? So we have to do a little bit of cardio. I know people don't like cardio, so I try to make cardio fun. The way that I do that is we have some kickboxing. So we gonna get some of that aggression out. We're gonna punch it out, or we do step aerobics. Then, and I set all of those exercises, all of the cardio exercises to fun music. I make little simple routines just to make it fun. So I trick you into doing cardio. So Monday, it's cardio and abs. We do circuit training. So we do different exercises and we keep the momentum going throughout the whole workout. Tuesday, we work on our upper body, which is really important for women because women tend to be weaker in the upper body. And we're not just working on spot areas, we're working the entire body. So we are just going to be strong, beautiful, and fit. Then Wednesday is lower body, working the legs, working the glutes a little bit. Thursday, we do full body weight exercises. And then Friday is my favorite. Friday, we work the booty. So it's all booty all the time on Friday. So going back to Thursday. Thursday is the body weight day, but it's also one of my favorite days because it's all throwback songs. So we're doing the body weight exercises all to old school, like 90s music, 90s. Sometimes I go 80s. You know, I'm 42, so my old school might not be yours, but I try to have some good music in there. And then, of course, like I said, Friday is booty day. So Friday we play a little bit of stripper songs, a little ratchet, but disclaimer, guys, in all of my classes, I try my best to play songs with no swear words. I'm respectful of everybody's beliefs. I'm respectful of the fact that you are working out at home and you may have your children nearby, so you won't hear me screaming on the mic, cursing. I try to keep it PG throughout the entire workout, including the music. So even though we get a little bit ratchet on Friday, we still keep it clean. Okay?
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with a little ratchet.
A little ratchet is okay. A little. And then, oh, I forgot to mention, every single day, guys, we also stretch because stretching is a major, major important piece of your fitness because not only are we working, like I said, we're working out our physical body, but we need to stretch because another theme that I like to incorporate is functional fitness. So we want to be flexible too. And because we can use flexibility in a lot of different facets of our lives. Because as grown women, you know, you may have a significant other, and another important piece of your life, and even if you don't have one right now, you will have one in the future because we speak in that, right? We speak in it. You
Hello.
want to be ready. You know,
Right.
you want to have a few tricks up your sleeve. So in addition to getting that weight down, we're also working on our flexibility. Flexibility is important in the bedroom. It's important in everyday life. I had a friend, sidebar, who injured herself severely by she fell on ice and fell into a full split, and she's not flexible. So when she fell into that full split, she severely injured her inner thigh muscles. So when we're working out with the Zone Fitness, we gonna make sure that, God forbid, you have a terrible fall. It's all good because you can split. You'll be able to get those legs right out and not injure yourself. So yes.
Yes. So thank you for explaining that to us. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, and I know it's just not me personally, but one of the bad habits that I have, and I'm just gonna say it, is that when I'm stressed, like last week, no, 2 weeks ago, I was going through this exam phase and I'm just eating everything I can, right? Because I'm stressed. Like, and that's my bad habit is the eating, like, do you offer any programs as far as meals we should eat? What did you use as far as eating? Like, how did you
So
incorporate that?
the eating piece is extremely important. In addition to the workouts, you need to work out to get to where you want to be, but you can work out from here to eternity. If your diet is not right, then you're working out for no reason, pretty much. You're just eating and working out, and you won't see any results. So I also help you with your diet. Now, I don't believe in the word diet. You're not
Mm,
going to be on some 1,200 calorie crazy thing where you end up binging. That's not my goal. What I do with the diet is I teach you how to change what you're eating. I teach you how to incorporate greens, how to incorporate proteins, how to eat healthily, but you still get a chance to have your french fries every once in a while, right? Because you can't just stop eating french fries for the rest of your life. That's not realistic. So
mm,
what we
mm,
do is I offer you a meal plan showing you how you can eat healthy about 80 to 85% of the time, and giving yourself that 15% to eat that little piece of cake if you want, because that's the reality. So we're not talking about diets. You can take that word diet and throw it away. We don't
mm.
go on any keto diets. We don't do any of that because that's not real. Well, some people are able to do keto for the rest of their life, but the majority of people will do it for a time, and then what happens? You start eating, you get that one day when you just had it at work and you come home and you gorge on fries or you gorge on chips, whatever it is.
I
And we're
know.
not doing that no more. We're not going to eat that way. We're going to learn how to eat the foods that are available to us right in that supermarket, eat those in a healthy way, portion controlled, and
Mm,
still have fun. You can still, if you do drink, I even show you how you can consume alcohol without wrecking your diet. So it's all about making that lifestyle change when you join our program. It's not about doing anything that is something you can't sustain for a lifetime, because that's the goal. In order to lose the weight and keep it off, you have to do something that you can sustain. Most people, they lose like I have, and when I go into detail about my story, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But most people lose it and gain it back, lose it, gain it back. We're going to stop that. We're going to keep the weight off and keep our sexy ladies.
yes, that's definitely the goal. And I like the way that you said that you lost 100 pounds
Mm,
over
time. It wasn't
Yeah.
something that happens overnight. We live in a microwave society and we want this weight gone yesterday. But it didn't take yesterday. It took me to gain this 25 pounds a whole year through the pandemic. I gained it. So it may take 6 months or a year to get it off, get my eating habits under control, and start incorporating exercise daily in my life. So it's
That's
a whole lifestyle change
mm-hmm.
we about to undergo, you know?
Yes. I love that you're already saying that, because that's what it is. It's a lifestyle change. And you will, like, if you haven't worked out in a while and you've been eating, you haven't really been watching what you eat. Once you start changing that a little bit, you will see some immediate results. But when you have a significant amount of weight to lose, it's not going to come up overnight. And like you said, you have to think about how long it took you to put it on. We don't normally count the days when we're gaining weight, because gaining weight is fun, right? You're eating whatever you want, you're doing what you want, you know? So that's the fun part. You're eating the ice cream, you're doing whatever. So that's the fun part, right? So we don't count the days. We don't say, oh, wow. You know, we don't do that. We don't count that. But when we're losing the weight and we're making those changes, it's not easy. So it feels longer, but it's in reality, it isn't. And the one thing that I can tell you about losing weight, and one thing you can put in your mind as you start your journey, is the time is going to pass, whether you're moving in the direction of your fitness or not, right? The time is still going to go on. The year 2020 still went by, no matter if you were dieting or not. So just think about time as, just take the time and put time on your side, instead of saying, oh, it's going to take so much time to lose the weight. Change that mindset and say, I'm in this for the long haul. Let's do it.
Yes, thank you for that. I definitely agree with that. And I am in it for the long haul. I need this change. For me, you came at the right time in my life. Like, Lord, these cheeks, Lord, like, what's
But
going
you're
on?
still cute though.
And
You
I was like,
cute.
ate up everything. I done stressed. They done closed the gym. They done closed the church. So it was just like a lot. And it was more of me reacting to what was going on outside of me. So I started to go inside of me and stop reacting to everything else that was going on outside of me. So one of the things I wanted to ask you was, how do you take time for yourself, and how do you take care of yourself, considering like your career and everything you have going on, and who is
So
your support system? Because a lot of us don't have people to motivate us to go to the gym or to eat healthy, or to live a better lifestyle. We don't have that.
right. So how do I take care of myself? I take care of myself by living by the mindset that I come first. And I have a shirt that I sell that says, be selfish. The reason for that, I put that on a t-shirt, is, ladies, I know it's ladies in here because it's pretty ladies. So I can speak directly to us women. We tend to put everything and everyone before ourselves. So I stop that. I come first, because if I'm not healthy, if I don't take care of me, if I don't take the time to rest, if I don't take the time to make sure that I'm making those doctor's appointments, right? Going to the doctor, getting my women's health taken care of, getting my physical health taken care of, and my skin, because I also have a skin issue. If I don't take the time for me, then I'm no good for anyone else. So I adopted that mindset and I live by that. And it's okay to tell people no. It's okay to say, no, I cannot do that because I need to be on Zoom at 7 o'clock for this work.
Amen.
So
Amen.
that's the way I live. I live by that mindset. You have to put yourself first. You have to take time out. Take a few minutes for yourself every day. Take that time to meditate, to pray, to give thanks for the ability to move. Give yourself that time. That's how I give myself, that's how I take care of me. And I don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty. It's okay. And if people don't understand that you taking time to take care of yourself is important, then maybe you should reevaluate their position in your life. And that's just reality.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's real.
Don't
Like that,
feel guilty about
it might sound harsh, but if people can't understand that you need to take time for yourself, then you don't need them in your life. Like they want to sop you dry, like until you're used up and washed up. Like, what is that? We're not trying to get washed up. We're trying to get juicier as we get older, right? We want to be juicy in our old age. We don't want to be all dried up and used up and resentful. We don't want to be like that. So snatch your life back and take time for yourself.
Yes, and I definitely agree with that. And not feeling guilty about taking time for yourself, not feeling guilty to say, hey, hey husband, hey children, hey friend, hey job, hey business, I'm taking this 1 hour. 1 hour. You are worth 1 hour. It's 24 hours a day. You are worth 1 hour of your own time.
Yeah.
To get your own self healthy. Your business can't be successful. Your career can't be successful. Your kids can't be happy. Your husband, nothing around you can function without you.
Right. And that's what you have to keep in mind is that let's take a moment to think about all the things that would fall to the wayside if you have to go to the hospital because your health is out of whack. What happens? Everything falls apart. So take the time to prevent that. Like, don't wait until the doctor tells you you have diabetes or you have high blood pressure. Take the time before that happens to take care of yourself. And then for those that say, oh, well, I don't know if I'll be able to make that 7 o'clock every day. I got the remedy for that because I tape each and every one of the workouts. And when you sign up for Fit Camp, you get access to those tape workouts. So you can do the workout at your own time. So there's no excuse. I leave no room for excuses. I give you every tool that you need, and all you need to do is show up. That's it. Show up and work.
And it's up to us, ladies, to take action on our lives. We seen last year that we are all we have. All we have is each other. All we have is our health. That's all we have right now. Like, focus on what you are in control of because you are in control over your health and your wellness and your well-being. You are in control of that, right? No matter what else is going on. So back to you. I want to ask you, one of the reasons that I want to join the show because your testimony and your why is very powerful and very strong. So a lot of people, they don't have goals because it's not attached to a why. So can you tell us, what is your why? What is your reason for this?
So, okay, guys, I'm going to go into my story and my why, my reason, what pushes me. So I've been a heavy girl my entire life. I remember being 6 years old and the rumbling started like, oh, she a little chunky. She chunky. You know, they start calling you chunky and stuff like that. So, and I went on my first diet when I was 10 years old. I remember getting on the scale and I was like 170. I was big. I was about the same height that I am now at 10. And the doctor was like, do you want to be 200 pounds? And he was like standing over me. I remember this. And I was like, no, I don't. And I went on my first diet then. And it was a yo-yo ever since, like up and down in weight. And the heaviest that I got was in 2003 when I had my daughter. During my pregnancy, I gained 100 pounds during pregnancy. 100 pounds. And that was just from eating all the time, everything. Once that 2 month morning sickness stuff was over with, honey, I would drink Nutriment in the morning and eat 2 bagels with egg and cheese. Like, I was eating. So I gained 100 pounds. And after I had my daughter, I didn't know how to lose weight. And I'm pretty sure a lot of women go through this. I didn't know what to really do. So I tried all different types of diets, cabbage soup diet, Atkins diet, the fasting, all kinds of stuff. And I would lose 30 pounds here and there. But I would always gain the weight back because I didn't adopt the lifestyle change at that point. So I remember in 2009, so now my daughter's 6 years old, and it's 2009, and I'm a big girl, and I'm living life like a big girl. You know, I'm chilling. I'm not, I've never been ashamed of myself. So it wasn't like I was, I was dressing, I was looking cute, wearing my heels to work. I was still cute, but I felt heavy. And one day I was walking past my full length mirror in my bedroom, and I got a view of the whole thing. And I said, oh, no, we got to do something about this today. And I'm the type of person, once I have that, I have to do something about this, I do it right then and there. So at that moment, I got my phone, I Googled local gyms, and I found the Lucille Roberts. That was a local gym. I'm from New York, so Lucille Roberts was like the local gym out there. And I went that day. I signed up. I believe it was like $10 a month. And I started working out on my own. But I didn't know what I was doing in the gym. I had no idea. So I would get on the elliptical and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing something. I thought I was working. I thought I was really doing something. But what I wasn't doing was fixing my diet. So after I would go work out, I would go and get me some macaroni and cheese and jerk chicken. There was a KFC next door, so I would go to the KFC, eat something. Like, I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't fix my diet. So one day, an old coworker of mine came into the gym and saw me, and by that point, I had lost 20 pounds, even eating terribly. Because, guys, when you're that heavy, and you start working out, in the beginning, you'll drop a couple pounds and you'll feel great. But that's it. That's all you're going to get. Because if you don't change your diet, you're not going to move any further than that. And she said, what are you doing on that elliptical? You need to come take these classes over here because this woman knows what she's doing. And I'm like, oh, I don't need that. I have my elliptical machine. But she persuaded me, and I started working out with this woman, and she changed my life. I don't know if I can, I can't really illustrate to you guys the gift that she gave me in those classes, because she taught me how to push past my comfort zone. So me on that elliptical, that was my comfort zone. Just 20 minutes back and forth, a little sweat. I thought I was doing something. And I was starting my journey. But if you want to get to another level, you have to push past your comfort zone to do that. And she taught me that. So once I started taking her classes, I started following her because she was a big time fitness trainer, and she was going to different Lucille Roberts throughout the week. So I would follow her, and I would always bring my daughter with me because, me and her were like, we were freaking frat, where I went, she went. So she would come with me to the gym, and it became a thing like that we did. And I really started to see changes in my body. I still didn't have my diet 100% correct because I still was getting that macaroni and cheese all the time and that KFC and that all this nonsense. but every once in a while I would have a salad. So I was starting to get it a little bit, and I started drinking a little bit more water. But she really changed that aspect. Then what happened was I was working out with her for a while, with this woman for a while, and my daughter was like, maybe you need to work out on Fridays too, because you're still a little bit fat.
Oh God. Kids, they so honest.
The children will tell you the truth. And when she said that, I was like, okay, really? That's what we doing? Like, I just made you this beautiful meal. So she was eating dinner at the time, and she was smacking away on her food, talking about I'm fat. But you know, I remember that, like that, that stayed with me. And the reason why I'm mentioning all of this stuff regarding my daughter is in September of that year, when I started to make those changes, my daughter passed away suddenly. She died in a tragic accident. She was on vacation with my mom, and she drowned. She drowned on vacation with my mother. And when that happened, life changed. Of course, it's a life-changing moment. It's a tragedy. It is something that I still live with. But what I've done with that trauma, with that tragedy, is I use it as fuel. I use it as fuel to keep moving forward. I'm going to say that one more time. I use it as fuel to keep moving forward, because we can't, we are privileged with life every day. We are privileged to wake up. We are privileged to be able to move our body. And her passing showed me just how precious life is. And I'll tell you guys a few things. If you're a believer in the Lord, if you're a believer, if you you might not, I'm not the most religious person, but I definitely believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in God. And he was giving me signs. He was talking to me. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about those last days of my daughter. Her name is Kimani Vera Emmanuel. Rest in peace. The last days of her life, the last couple of months. So back in 2009, in that summertime, right before she passed away, Michael Jackson passed, and she loved. When I say love, like you have to get in the car and play Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson, especially when he was young, and she would try and sing that high, and she had like a voice like mine, kind of raspy and sexy, sultry voice. So she couldn't hit those high she couldn't hit those high notes. So she would be in the back of the car like, why can't I sing like Michael Jackson? And I'm like, I'm sorry, you just can't, you know. But when he passed, she started to ask me about heaven. And she would say, am I going to go to heaven with Michael Jackson? And I would be like, of course you're going to go to heaven. You're an angel. You're going to go to heaven. Then one day, I think I was preparing her food. And she was in her room, and she came out of her room. And this was about 2 weeks before she transcended. She came out of her room, and she said, Mommy, the people in white are in my room. And now being, you know, after the fact, I'm like, oh my God, it's like sign. But at the moment, you know, this kid, she's coming out of her room talking about the people in white. I'm like, yeah, okay. What you want to eat?
Right.
Not really, you know,
right.
hearing what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then the morning that she was going on the trip, and she was going to, they went to Mexico. She went to Mexico with my mom. They were going. I was going to leave and not say bye to her because she would start crying. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to let her go because she's going with my mom. But clear as day, guys, clear as day, something said to me, go in there and say goodbye to her. And so I literally backtracked because I was like sneaking out of the house. I backtracked and went back into the room and sat on the bed. And when I sat down on the bed, she came into my arms like a baby. And I mean, 6 years old. If anyone has a child that's 6, they don't do that. They grown, right? They tell you, I'm a big girl, or I'm a big boy. They don't come into your arms like that anymore. And she came into my arms like I cradled her. And she said, Mommy, I love you with my whole heart. Oh, but I thank God for that, because I have that last memory, and I actually have that tatted. I tatted that here. It says, I love you with my whole heart on my by my heart. In memory of her. That's the last thing that she said to me. And then I went on to work. And then the way that I found out that she had transcended was I couldn't get in touch with them. Like they got there. I knew that they made it safely. But for some reason, like I would miss them. They were either at the pool or they were down eating or something. I never got to speak to her once she got down there. I would call the hotel and I would always miss them. And then my mom's friend that went with her called me the morning of the accident, and I was driving. She didn't know I was driving. So she told me that there was an accident, and I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember. All I remember is pulling up to the house, and at the time I lived with my mom and my sister, and I came into the house and threw insurance cards and my phone at my sister, like this, and she handled everything. And I just remember like stripping my clothes, like that feeling that I had at that moment, I don't wish on anyone, but I feel, I'll explain more afterwards. But I knew that she was gone. And everyone that was, family started calling once everyone found out about it. Everyone was calling. My friends were calling. They were like, oh, and I was on the phone with my 2 best friends. And they were like, she's going to be fine. And I was like, no, she's gone. They were like, don't say that. I knew, like, I felt it. But I still wanted, like, I didn't want to say it out loud, but I knew it, if you can understand that. So I didn't know what to do with all the energy I was feeling. I was just feeling this really terrible, weird energy. So I went to the nail shop. Who knows why, but I know why now. I went to the nail shop, and when I was sitting getting my nails done, I just looked around. I took a moment, because we don't do this. When we go to do things that we do in our everyday life, like go to the supermarket, go to the laundromat. If you go to the laundromat, go to the nail salon, go out to eat. We don't really pay attention to life happening around us, right? When I sat down at the nail shop and I looked around, I'm like, everyone is here just, doing what they do, getting their nails done and just going on with life. And it made me, and then I'm sitting with all of what is happening in my world, and no one around knows what's happening. So that sticks with me as well, because it taught me that you never know what that person sitting next to you is going through at that moment. No one in the salon knew that my daughter was laying on her literal deathbed in another country at that moment. You know what I mean? So the next morning, I had booked a flight. I was going to go down to be by her side at the hospital. And that morning, my dad was taking me to the airport. And when he came to the house, he was moving so slowly. And I'm like, we gotta go. I gotta get to the airport. And it's still, even though I knew deep down that she was gone, it didn't click why he was moving so slow, right? So he's like, come and sit down in the living room. And I'm like, we can't sit in the living room. I gotta go to the airport. And he's like, just sit down. And so I sit down, and he's like, she's gone. And I was like, who's gone? And he was like, Kimani, she's gone. I lost it. I ran into her room. I was crying. Of course, you hear that kind of thing, of course. But now, like when I look back on those times, I feel compassion for my father. Like, imagine having to tell your child something like that, because, you know, we all look at ourselves as these adult beings, but we're still kids to our parents, right? So for him to have to tell me that, I, I can't imagine. And then I also feel extreme compassion for my mom, who had to deal with her grandchild passing away on her watch, on vacation. She had to identify her, like all that stuff that she had to do. So I said all of that to say, guys, when you go through a trauma, when you go through something in your life, it's difficult. It's not easy. But there's hope on the other side of that. So you see me, and most of the time I'm smiling. I laugh a lot. But I'm going to tell you guys this. I am living with a permanent hole in my heart. So the way that I am able to go on, one is with prayer. I'm very, very, very prayerful. I pray all the time. I'm praying right now in my head. And I think about the good times I had with my daughter. I think about the woman that was in the next labor or delivery room to me when I had my daughter. Her child was born stillborn. I was able to have my daughter for 6 years. So while, yes, it was a tragedy, I still miss her like I can't even describe. But I thank God for the opportunity to have been her mom. I thank God for the opportunity to have had her for 6 years. And the color purple, like the movie, but the color purple, the reason why you'll see purple all over everything, and why when I respond to people's posts on social media with purple hearts, is in memory of her. Purple was her absolute favorite color. And so the Zone Fitness, she is the one that came up with that word. I took a business course, and of course she came with me every time. And at the end, we had to do a business plan, and we had to create an LLC. And I'm sitting in the car like, what am I going to name this LLC? And this is years before I even started The Zone Fitness. And she just said, The Zone. And I'm like, The Zone? So she gave me the name. She gave the name to me. So that's why you see everything in purple. So that's my backstory. And I just want to say, guys, like, I've been living with her passing since 2009. And the most difficult part about it, and you know, the obvious, I don't have my daughter with me, but it's meeting new people, right? Whenever I meet new people, and women, whether you have children or not, what is one of the questions that people ask? Being nosy. Do you have kids?
Right. Or why you don't have kids.
Or why don't you have kids? Or are you gonna have kids? Or kids. So, right. So, just think for a moment. I just told you guys that story. Think about meeting someone. You know, I'm not just going to automatically go into what happened to my child, right? So I think that what I've also learned in this experience, in the tragedy, in the part of my story, the part of her story, is when you meet someone, or as women, it's very important to just take into consideration that if someone doesn't have a child and they're of a certain age, there might be a reason. It might be their choice that they don't have children, they don't want to have any children, or something tragic might have happened, or they cannot have children, or it's none of your business. How about that? So I learned that I will not ask people, where's your kids? You know what I mean? Because you don't know what people have been through. And until I told you guys that piece of my story, I don't look, people always tell me they would never think that that happened to me. I don't know what someone that loses a child looks like. I mean, this is what losing, the person that loses a child, this is what you look like right here. So I lost my child. She was 6 years old. So I don't know what that looks like. But I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because that's kind of why I said what I said, because I don't want people to feel sorry. Like, people always say, oh my God, I'm so, and I know that's a common thing that people say when they hear about someone passing, that they're sorry, you know, that kind of thing. But don't feel sorry for me, because I'm blessed. I was blessed with an angel. This girl, my daughter was extremely intelligent. She was vibrant. She was very challenging because she was much like me, very smart. She knew what she wanted at 6 years old. And she would let you know. She would let you know, no, 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 this is not, mm-mm. Because I'll tell you a funny, I have a few, but the one funny story, and she was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and she was riding in the car with my sister, and my sister had just purchased a newer car, and her, you know, your first car is normally like a little hoopty, and then she upgraded and got herself a nice little Altima, and my daughter was riding with her, and she said, Auntie, this car clean car, other car dirty car. Whoa. Like, I mean, she would have me in stitches. She was hilarious. Um, so, you know, don't feel sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. I use the trauma, I use the tragedy in my workouts, in my work that I do during the day. Um, I'm also a social worker by day, and I work in child protection. So I feel that I'm able to protect children. I'm able to help families become the best families that they can be. So, you know, I'm blessed. And then at night, the blessing gets even bigger, because I get to bless other women and to motivate them. And I use the fact that I know that life is precious as the ultimate motivation. And I push, even when I don't feel like working out, even when 10 minutes before class, I'm laying on the floor like, Lord, I'm tired. You guys, I mean, I need to do a documentary on the behind the scenes stuff that goes on before 7 p.m. when it's lights, camera, action, and I got to work you guys out. It's a sight to see, guys.
That's called pushing past the pain, right?
Yes.
So our days, we are exhausted. Like, you know, the kids are at home and you're trying to figure out how to get them on e-learning. They hungry all day, you know, and then you're trying to work from home, and by the end of the day, you are exhausted. But we're in a time where we have to push past the pain, right? Because it's going to be more painful in the end when we're at the doctor's office and we're having diabetes and we're overweight and they're prescribing all these pills. So what she's doing here is called preventative care for us. She's preventing what can happen to us in the future with our health. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for sharing your story.
Definitely. I share whenever I have an opportunity to share, I do. Because I think, you know, it'll motivate someone else. And I like to keep her memory alive, because she was a vibrant person, and she filled up me and my family's lives. Like, our lives were full of laughter, and it was very eventful, because she was a lot of work.
Yes. And people are saying,
pushing past the pain. So I'll tell you guys this. I'm a human being just like you, okay? And I work a very demanding job. I'm in and out of people's homes during a pandemic and before the pandemic. I'm dealing with people's families that are going through crises like domestic violence and homelessness and all kinds of heavy, emotionally draining things. In addition to, and you all, everyone can attest to this if you have a job, period. In addition to dealing with upper management and their shenanigans and emails 50,000 times a day, phone calls, your own life, you have to pay your own bills, you have to take care of your whatever it breaks down and whatever. So I'm dealing with all of this stuff, but I still find the time for me to work out. Tired, stressful day, I really don't feel like it, like really, like just want to lay down and watch Netflix. I get my behind up and work out. And the reason for that is if I stop, then I know that it can lead to a downward spiral and I'll be right back to the beginning when I was 312 pounds. I know that if I don't continue on this lifestyle change, that's where we're going. We're going back to the size 24 pants. We're going back to busting out the seams of those pants. We're going back to the back pain, the heel spurs, all of that. So it's either the immediate discomfort of, oh God, I don't feel like working out, but I do it anyway, or the downward spiral to back to where I was. And we're not going back. We moving forward. Right, ladies? We are moving forward.
Amen. And speaking of moving forward, we're going to get ready to end this live for you guys. But moving forward, Coach Shireen has a program that she created specifically for this group, specifically for the ladies in this group. It's going to be a 10-day challenge, and it's going to start on March 8th, right?
Yes.
March 8th through the 18th, and it's going to be Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, and it's going to be $20 to join her program. You're also going to get to be in her VIP group, her fitness group, and she's also have the videos that you can watch live, right? That they can go and replay the videos, and then it's going to be our live.
Wait, hold on for 1 second. This sounds like I don't know if it's my connection or, but you sound like you have a mic on or something.
No. Mm-mm.
It sounded a little like muffled.
Okay.
Bitch, you look better now. All of a sudden. Okay, go on.
It's okay. It's Facebook. So she has the $20 program. It's going to be March 8th through the 18th. You're going to get lives every day from her on Zoom, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m., right?
Yes.
Eastern Standard. And then she has videos that you can go back and watch and replay. So if you missed the 7 p.m. And then she also has a VIP group that she's going to invite all the ladies to, where they talk about, she was saying the other day they're posting food that they're eating, and these women are already involved in this healthy lifestyle. I see them on here. I see them talking like, yeah, coach, you get excited. I'm like, I can't wait to join, this is a movement. And as Coach Shireen was saying, you never know what a woman is going through, right? Her story, her testimony is very heavy. And as women, we just need to be more mindful that at the end of the day, we're all women. We all have a story. We all have a testimony. We all have goals and dreams. And we can all meet our goals and dreams together. And the first thing it starts with is you, your health, right? Your health, you taking care of yourself first.
Definitely. So the program, guys, the program, like we said, it starts on March 8th. So you get the 5 weeks. So I do the workouts Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So you're gonna get 2 weeks worth of those workouts. And that group, that VIP group we're talking about with the Zone Gang, you're gonna be be an honorary member of the Zone Gang for 2 weeks. And those ladies are extremely motivational. They are very supportive of each other. I love to sit back and just watch them just motivate each other. It's a beautiful thing to see. Um, and you'll be a part of that as well. And in addition to that, the band app is where I post every single workout. So, like I said in the beginning, there are no excuses. You can't say, oh, I can't make those 7 o'clock because it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're like, oh, I can't make those live Zoom workouts, so I just won't do it. No, no, no. The band app has the full workout, music and all. You get to hear me yelling in the whole bit, and you can do those at your leisure. And you get access to those tape workouts, to the group, to the Zoom workouts if you can make the 7 o'clock workouts. And the bonus is we have a special Sunday workout. So you'll get to join 2 of those workouts, 2 of the Sunday Fit Camp workouts. It's Fit Camp style workout. It's a little bit more intense, but I always tell everyone that when you come to those workouts, you try your best. You might not be able to do 10 reps of these exercises that we're doing, but you try your best, because what it's really about is gaining physical strength, but also getting stronger mentally, because fitness is directly tied to strengthening your mental, because you when you realize that you're stronger than you thought you were, do you know what that does for your confidence in other areas of your life? Like it gives you the strength to push through in other areas of your life. So those workouts, yes, it's tough. Like they're tough. But I don't expect anyone to be some super duper fit freak and be leaping and jumping and doing all this stuff. But what I do expect from every single person that signs up is that you give your 100% effort. You try your best, you push through, and you show up. That's all. That's all I ask.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us today. After this, I'm going to post the flyer for the Fit Camp. And also, she's going to do a free class for us next Saturday at 11 a.m. on Zoom. So I'm going to post the information about that. And we want to thank you. We want to thank you so much for getting on here, sharing your testimony, sharing your weight loss journey, sharing your business with us. You know, like right now, we're still in the midst of this health crisis, right?
Mm.
So you are the answer to this crisis. It's health. Everybody's looking for something, and the answer is your health, your fitness. You know. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank you. We talked about this a little earlier, but I just want to encourage you. I love to see women, especially of our skin tone, brown girls, doing and motivating others to step up into their greatness. And you are doing that in all of your glory with your beautiful with the hair and the highlights. I see the highlights, honey. And I really like, all jokes aside, I really appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate you. I encourage you to keep pushing forward. You have something great here. No matter what obstacles come your way, you keep it going. You keep moving forward in your beautiful business that you have going. Um, we have to support each other. Like we need to support each other, women. Sometimes we look at each other as competition, but there is no competition because there's room at the table for everyone. If you just open up your mind and expand your mind, really expand your mind, you'll see that there's room at the table for everyone. There's a lane for me. There's a lane for you. There's a lane for whoever else is out there doing their fitness. There's a lane for everyone. So we should support each other through that. And we can all be successful. We can all sit on the other side and live it up. Speaking of living it up, we can live it up in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
January 23rd through the 29th, we are doing our very first fitcation. We are taking it abroad, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to work out, but we're also going to have an amazing time. It's a time to rejuvenate our body, mind, soul in the beautiful island of Jamaica. So more information about that trip will be coming up. And I look forward to seeing you guys that join the Fit Camp in Jamaica as well. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. And yeah, I just thank you for this opportunity.
You guys have a blessed Saturday. Thank you, Alicia, for showing up. She said, thank you so much for sharing and being vulnerable. Truly inspirational. Thank you, Brianna, for showing up. Get with the ladies. Thank you, Sherelle, Miss Jordan.
Oh, Sherelle. Hey, Sherelle.
For showing up. That's Brianna again. Brianna said, you are the epitome of strength. She's Jada said, you are so strong. Thank you, Jada, for showing up. Brianna, Alicia, Joy, thank you for showing up. Michelle, thank you for showing up. Michelle said, I'm so happy for you, sis. Congratulations on your journey.
Thank you.
Whitney was talking about stress eating, so that was important that you talked about that. Kimberly, thank you for showing up. Angel, thank you for showing up, ups and downs with eating and weight. Everybody had something to say about getting their health and getting their life together. So this is amazing. So thank you to all the ladies.
Oh, my sister's here. Tamika, hello.
Thank you, Tamika, for showing up and supporting your sister, because that's
always.
All a sisterhood.
Yes.
Bye.
Have a good day, everybody. And I hope to see you on Zoom. Bye.